So namaste, my class 8 students. So here I am Praveen Tripathi once again welcoming you in the class of computer. We are going to start our chapter number 4, which is about more about Access 2010. In previous classes, in previous sessions, I have told you about Access, and we have also created a simple or dummy database in which I have shown you how you can create a database using two methods. The method were datasheet view and design view. Now continuing that tool, we can say the application tool, which is about Access. So now we are going to explore more about Access in 2010. In the previous chapter, we discussed how to create tables in Access database using two different methods. The methods were datasheet view and design view, and to store or edit data in item. Tables are the fundamentals data building blocks of a database. So someone, if you will ask that what are the building blocks of a database, then your answer will be tables, because without table we cannot imagine about a database. Table is what? Table is consist from rows and columns. If we are working on single table or multiple tables, then it will be known as database. You can think a database as a container. In that container, you are going to store, manipulate, edit, update, delete several tables and will perform the mathematical operations, formulas, and functions. So in this particular chapter, we will learn to create and use other database objects like queries, forms, and reports. So this chapter is all about queries, forms, and reports. The first thing we are going to start is queries. If I talk about what is query, then your answer will be asking question. So yes, similar to that thing, query means that once we are going to ask question from our computer system, from our computational languages, from our database management system, then it will be known as queries. So we may not need entire database values all the times. Let's suppose, students, that we have created 5-6 tables. Okay. So that 5-6 table, we will not need that 5-6 table entirely all the time. So we may require some specific operations only. We require some specific conditions only, the piece of information only. So for doing that, we will use queries. Okay. So once we are dealing with extraction of some specific piece of information, that means some particular criteria, some given conditions, then we are going to use queries. So queries helps to display selective records or fields from single or multiple tables related to each other. That means we can just apply the queries to a single table also, or we can also apply the queries to multiple tables. That means more than one tables also. So Access allows different ways to design queries. There are the two methods from that we can design queries. First one is using query design. Second is query wizard. So among those two methods, query design provides more flexibility to define customized query. So we will learn this method for generating query. So we're going to use only query design method to create our database in query method. So how you can create a query using query design? First, we will discuss this thing in theoretical manner. Then I will show you how you can implement queries in practical manner also. So don't worry, I will going to show you the practical implementation of this chapter in upcoming session. But now we are consider this chapter as theoretical manner first. So this is one of the most common way to create queries which retrieves data from one or more tables to select and display the required information. That means once we are dealing with retrieval of a data on some specific kind of condition, then we can use query. So where we will find that query design? As you can see on your screen, you have to click on that create, create tab. Once you have press the create tab, you will find query design. So this is the mention here. First of all, we need to open database. Click on query design, which is available on queries group of the create tab. The query window will appear in the database window with a list of tables in the show table dialog box. Once you have clicked the query design, you can see the tables available in our database. As you can see on your screen, there are two tables available in our database. First is student detail and table 2. In step 3, select the table from which the information is to be extracted and click on Add button to show the table in Select Query window. That means now we are going to select our table, on which table we are going to query down. Okay, so let's, for instance, we have created student detail. We have selected student detail. Now you will find a small dialog box. Okay, in that small dialog box, you will find Add button. For that, you need to click on that Add button for selecting your particular table. So here we are going to select student detail, as you can see on your screen. The query window is divided into two panes. Panes means segments or fragments. Two panes are the top pane and the bottom pane. The top pane displays the table selected for the query. So the top pane will consist the table selected. It will display which table we have selected. And in the bottom pane, it will display which field, which criteria you want to give to your table. Okay, so there are some specific options which is available in our query group. So now we will discuss it one by one. So the very first option which we will find in our query group is field. Field means to display the fields from the selected table. That means which attributes, which column, mark my point, which column you are going to select for your query. So you have to specify in that field option. In table option, it will display the name of your table. Sort, as the name is suggesting, if you want to select your data, if you want to arrange your data in ascending or descending order, then you will going to use sort. Then show. This is a tricky one. Display a check mark, which means the field will be visible when the query is run. That means if you want to see the output instantly, then you will click on this show button. Criteria. This is our major thing which we need to understand very carefully. Criteria. In this particular segment, you are going to specify the basic condition, the condition you want to sort on the basis of your database. Supposingly, you want to show the name of a student which are more than above 13 age. Okay. So now you will give the criteria that please show me the name of student who are above 13. So now you are going to give a particular, or you can say specific criteria. What is criteria? Age should be greater than 13. So this will be my criteria. Or if we want to give multiple criteria, that means if we want to give certain condition, more than one condition, then we are going to use or. Supposingly, I want to display only those students' name, which is above 13, as well as their marks is greater than or equals to 75. So there is my two conditions. First, it should be more than 13, and as well as their marks should be more than 75. So we are dealing with multiple criteria, and if we are dealing with multiple criteria, then we are going to use or button. Okay. In step 4, choose the field we want from the drop-down list of the field option in the bottom pane of query design. Here you can see the bottom pane. Here you will see the top pane. In bottom pane, you have to select field option, on which field you want to imply the sorting or the query. In step 5, specify the condition in the criteria option. Yes, you have to give the condition in criteria options. For example, we want the details of only female students. So now we will type only F in the criteria field. Once you have done with your criteria, now you have to click on run option. Okay. You will find that exclamation sign and you have to click on this run button. If you will click on this run button, then your query will be executed and your output will be displayed on your screen. As you can see here, the run button. Okay. So this is how you can just implement a simple query. And once you have implemented a query, you can save it also as a last step. Okay. Now we will understand how we can create query on multiple criteria. As I have told you that you can give more than one criteria, more than one condition also. Okay. So for that more than one criteria, more than one condition, we are going to use multiple criteria. That's it. So when we type two criteria on the same line, Mark my point, students. There are two type of conditions. First condition is AND condition. Second condition is OR condition. AND condition means it bounds you that if both condition or the all condition will be true, then it will produce output. If any one of them will false, it will not give you output. Mark my point, students. If we are working on 3 to 4 criteria, if we are giving 3 to 4 condition, then if all 3 and 4 condition will be satisfied, then it will produce the output. Otherwise, it will deny. It will not run a query. Why? Because we are using AND condition. But if we are using OR condition, then any one of the given criteria will satisfy a condition, then it will produce a result. Let us understand it with an example. Supposingly, I am giving 3 criteria. Age should be greater than 13. Second criteria is that marks should be greater than or equals to 75. And the third condition is that it should be male student only. So if I am using AND condition, so all my 3 criteria will have to satisfy. Okay, so that is how you can understand AND condition. But in OR condition, in any of these 3 condition will satisfy. Supposingly, if I am only 13 years age, then it will also run my query. So this is how you can interrelate with AND condition and OR condition. Here is, for example, you have given a table in which student name, class, roll number, DOB, and gender are being mentioned here. So the very first condition is that extract records of male students who belong to class 8th A. So now we have to give the name of students who belongs to class 8th A only. So our condition will be 8th A. So here you can see on your screen, we have mentioned criteria is at A. Okay. The second condition is male student. So that's why we are going to mention M here in the gender table. But if we are using OR condition and we are giving 2 conditions, so any one of them will satisfy, then it will result. Okay. So this is how you can understand AND or condition, which is very important to your queries. Next, once you have done with your criteria, now you can set multiple criteria by following the step which we have discussed earlier. That means start a new query, add the required fields, click in the criteria section, and then run the query. I will show you these things in practical manner also, so please don't worry about it. Now, after understanding the multiple criteria, now we will understand multiple tables. We are not going to emphasize on multiple criteria now. We are going to emphasize on multiple tables. Multiple tables means we are going to work on more than one table. Okay, more than one table. So, more than one table means multiple table. That means we will imply 2, 3, 4, 5, and etc. tables. So, if we are working on multiple tables, then we need to create a relationship between them. That means we need to merge them. We need to link them. Okay. So this is how you can understand relationship of multiple tables. Supposingly, as you can see on your screen, there are 2 tables given. First table is student detail table and second table is mark sheet table. So if you are going to work on these 2 tables, so you have to link them, you have to merge them, you have to create a relationship between them. So for doing that, we have to follow some certain steps. So now explore the steps. How you can create a relationship? You have to click on that database tool. You will find relationship tab there, and you will click on that relationship tab. Then it will ask you which table you want to merge. Okay. So here you can see there are several kind of tables available in our database. Supposingly, I want to merge my mark sheet table. Then I have to click on this mark sheet. Then it will ask which field you want to add. Then I need to select the field. Then I will click on create button, and if I will click on save button, my relationship will be created. If we have created a relationship, that means we have merged 2 tables. Once we have merged 2 tables, now we can create or imply the queries onto our table. So the basic steps, as we have done these steps in earlier also. The same steps: start a new query, required fields, criteria, run the query. You will find the same thing here. start a new query, add both the related table, select the fields, apply criteria, give criteria, and then run the query. So for working on multiple table, the very first step you need to understand that you have to create a relationship between them. If you will not create the relationship between these two tables, you will not be able to implement the multiple tables simultaneously. Once you have created a relationship between two tables, then you have to follow that old step, which was about start a new query, select the fields, criteria given, and then run the query. So I hope that you have understood how you can give criteria to a multiple table, how you can work on multiple criteria, how you can give simple criteria in our Access. So I hope this is enough for today's session, students. In upcoming session, we are going to implement this in a practical manner also, so you can understand it in a very clear manner. So I hope you have enjoyed it. So please take care and bye-bye.